This is Bob Barr bringing you another edition of Liberty Guard's Bob Barr's Laws of the Universe. Now, before we get started with today's Law of the Universe, please remember to subscribe to Liberty Guard's channel and to follow Liberty Guard on social media. The Law of the Universe that we're going to be looking at today is Law number 41. And this comes to us based on not only what has been going on in the Congress recently, but also my experience during my years in the House of Representatives. So, Law of the Universe number 41 tells us that the U.S. House of Representatives operates on time based on minutes, hours, and days, while the Senate, just about 100 yards north, operates on geologic time. So, basically, things happen in the House and things don't happen in the Senate. Now, part of that is the result of the fact that there are more than 4 times as many members of the House as there are senators, 435 as opposed to 100. And when you speak on the floor of the House on a particular piece of legislation, if it's something that a lot of members want to speak to, you might be lucky if you get a minute, sometimes 30 seconds. So you learn to say what you have to say quickly and to the point. In the Senate, just the opposite prevails, and things drag on and on and on. And probably no better example of that can be found than looking at the recent effort by the Senate to pass the modest, that is modest by today's standards, $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill that President Biden and the Democrats in the Senate are pressing for. Now, the legislation passed the House by the Democrats, the big spenders in the House, and then got over to the Senate where it comes to a dramatic halt. And it's interesting, though, there was a headline just over the last weekend that says, and I'm quoting here, with bipartisan votes, U.S. Senate advances Biden's infrastructure bill. Well, actually, nothing advanced, of substance anyway. All they did in the Senate was vote to talk about the infrastructure bill. So then they proceed to talk about it and talk about it and talk about it. They went through part of the weekend, couldn't really get anywhere, so they pulled it off, and then they're going to come back to it. And you know the game, which is not necessarily bad. I mean, if the Senate is considering a $1.2 trillion bill, that is $1 trillion of our money, or money that we'll never have because it's simply deficit spending on top of deficit spending, it's not bad if the Senate can't really get anything done, that they operate, as I mentioned, on geologic time. But it is sort of funny, and it does indicate to me, and I think to all of us who care about good government, that there really is little hope for the Senate to ever get anything meaningfully done. So keep in mind as you watch the goings-on in the U.S. Congress moving forward, keep in mind Bob Barr's Laws of the Universe, Law number 41. The House of Representatives operates on time based on minutes, hours, and days, while the Senate, just 100 yards north, operates on geologic time. So nothing really ever gets done until the very, very last minute. And then they just jumble all of this stuff together and vote on it and hope that nobody will read it. Not the best way to move forward with government, but it is what it is. And that's our Law of the Universe for today for Liberty Guard. Look forward to being with you next time for another one of Liberty Guard's, Bob Barr's Laws of the Universe. This is Bob Barr, and I'd like to thank you for having checked out our program here today. We appreciate your support, your participation, and encourage you to go to libertyguard.org to learn more about our programs and also to help support to further individual freedom and fight against government abuse. One of the ways, but not the only way we do this, is through Bob Barr's Laws of the Universe, but through many, many other programs in support of individual liberty and against government abuse. So please remember to join us. Go to libertyguard.org and join us once again for Bob Barr's Laws of the Universe. Thank you.